Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about 5 things that I wish I'd known before I started my art business or before I became a full-time artist. And if you are an artist and you're aspiring to go full-time one day, or maybe you already are, then this might be interesting to you. Also, if you're just creative and are wondering what it's like to be a full-time artist or what I would want you to know in case you're even considering that, then also that's for you. To make this video a little bit more interesting, you'll see me create an art piece while I go through some of the points that I'll talk about. The products that I used for that will be listed in the description as always. One way to make money with your art is having an online shop, and what I didn't know is that you don't have to sell your original art, but you can instead create prints and stickers. I don't know why I'd never thought about that, but I honestly thought I would have to part with all of my original art back in the day. You get to make the rules with this shop because it's yours. You can customize your packaging and set a positive example by making your shop eco-friendly, for example. So this leads me to the fact that this video is sponsored by noissue. For this video, I created a stamp and I decided to go with this parrot design, and I can now use that stamp for my thank you cards or put it on my envelopes on my orders. And later on, if I decide to do more 3D products where I'm gonna need to put it in a box, I can put that stamp onto the box as well. And this is a very durable stamp, so I can use it for a lot of things. I'm honestly impressed by the quality of the stamp and the stamp pad, and I loved the process of designing it and then having the finished stamp in my hands to put it onto my products and thank you cards. And I will be adding these into my orders from now on. So if you decide to buy something from my online shop, you will see this parrot for sure. And if you are interested in the noissue products and you have an online shop, then I will leave a link to everything in the description box below so you can check it out. Like I said, the products are very eco-friendly, so everything is either recycled or it is compostable. So they really take care of those things, which I really love, and it helps you customize your own online shop, which makes the whole process so much more fun. What I also didn't know is that there are also so many other ways to make money with your art. While having an online shop is really fun for me, it doesn't make up the majority of my income. You can, with art, make money in so many ways. I wish I would have known that. You can build a YouTube channel like I did and work as an influencer and work with brands like I'm working with noissue for this video, for example. Or I'm also working with a lot of art supply brands. And you can also create courses or hold workshops. I've done a lot of courses. I've yet to do workshops, but I would love to do it at one point. There's also affiliate marketing, coaching, commissions, and so many other options. And you will figure out which ones are the right fit for you. So I've tried a bunch of things to make money with, and I've quit some of them. I've tried Patreon, for example, and while I really liked it, it was not worth it for me in the end, so I quit it again. And that's okay too. You can play around with that and you can figure out what is right for you, and you can kind of customize your job in a way that a lot of people can't, and you can do the things that are the most fun to you and the things that are most rewarding monetarily. The next one is that you will never feel ready, so just get started. I wish I would have known that before I started my first business. When I started my art business, I kind of already knew that because I had learned that from my first business, which was actually photography, and I did that for a while I was still in uni and studying, or in college rather, and I just I did it reluctantly after talking about it for such a long time. And I finally realized that I will never feel ready. And I was completely terrified when I did it. I had to go to this place where you have to sign up your business. I have no idea what that's called in English, but I had to do that to formally make this a real thing. And I was so terrified, to be honest, but I was so proud of myself for doing that. And then when I started my art business a few years later, I already knew that I just had to do it. So I hope you take this with you. And if you're really scared, just do some baby steps towards your goal. And this is amazing. You will make progress. The next thing that I wish I would have known way earlier, I wish I would have known that when I was a teenager, to be honest, is that you don't have to be the best artist in the world in order to make a living from it. And yeah, you do have to have a certain skill level, quite possibly, but I see a lot of artists who don't have the skills that I would have thought are necessary to be a professional artist. And I don't want to bash anyone. Actually, I think that those people have their place and their validity as well, because you can watch them grow and they might start out being terrible at art, actually, and they might have a YouTube channel, for example, and you can see them grow from video to video and become better. And that's actually very interesting as a viewer. And I still watch some of those people who don't have a particular skill level, let's just say, but I still enjoy those videos because I love seeing them grow, and it also gives me confidence in a way. And some artists are extremely good at what they're doing, and they have such high skills and aren't even full-time with their art. Maybe they don't even want to be, or maybe they just can't because they're really bad at marketing their art. So skill level is definitely not everything. It does play a role, but it is not the most important thing. And I wish I would have known that, because I was constantly comparing myself to others. And once you realize that it's not just about your skill level, but mostly about the message that you're sharing with the world, it takes off a lot of the pressure. And honestly, I'm still trying to learn that, but it's just such an important thing to keep in mind. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you today is that building your own business doesn't have to be a hustle. It can be fun. I was really subscribed to hustle culture a few years ago, and I read so many books about entrepreneurship and business, and I learned a lot. And I learned a lot of very useful things, but there's also a certain toxicity that comes with it when people tell you that you have to work 80 hours a week in order to get your business going and be successful. And that's just the price of success that you have to pay. And there's a lot of people who subscribe to this hustle culture mentality. And I just wish I would have known that I don't have to follow this advice. And I can still be successful. And I work much less hours today than I would have ever thought possible. I think in total, I probably work full-time or even a little bit less than full-time hours. So I don't work more than an average employee now that I'm doing art professionally. That's just the hour side of things. I mean hours in terms of time. And on the other side, you also don't have to burn yourself out mentally. You don't have to overcome huge obstacles every single day. And while there is certain times where you have to hang in and develop a good mindset that keeps you going even when it gets hard, it shouldn't be hard most of the time. It should be fun most of the time. And that's what my business is today. And there's a lot of things that I have to force myself to do. My accounting, for example, or just preparing my accounting to give it to the accountant. Things like that just have to get done, even though they're not fun whatsoever. But that's not most of my business. Most of my business is painting, editing, creating videos, talking to people, and talking about my coaching offer, for example, and talking to people who I'm working with, which is also something that lights me up a lot of the time because I get to meet so many awesome people. So I really enjoy what I'm doing today, and I wish I would have known that that's actually possible. And sometimes it's even scary to have a job that you love so much, because then you get imposter syndrome and upper limit stuff and thoughts like, do I even deserve this? And I wish I would have also known that that's normal and part of it. So that's an extra thing that I'm adding on here. I wish I would have known that self-doubt is there along the way, and that's okay too. So these are all the things that I wish I would have known before becoming a professional artist, before starting my business, even before starting to post my art on social media, long before I had a business. So if you're currently an artist and it's just your hobby, or you're trying to build a business, I hope that this is useful to you, and I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have anything that you would like to add to the conversation, or any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to check out the No Issue links in my description box. And thank you so much to No Issue for sponsoring this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.